frightened. They're running to safety. They don't know where it is. It's by another horse or it's where the barn is. But all they know is that they got to get there, even if that means killing you and themselves in the process. So this is the archetypal prey animal condition, right brain extrovert. Now obviously Emily's done a lot of work with this horse. She's come a long, long way. But we're going to see if we can just screw it up a little bit so you get to see what kind of strategies we need to use for a right brain extrovert horse. So Emily, what I want you to do is send her off on a circle. And let's pretend, we're probably actually going to see it with my horse, Hot Jazz, but we're going to pretend that this horse has got its tail in the air, its head in the air, and it's really tense and afraid, and it's running off. So what a lot of people want to do is go, whoa, whoa, easy, woo, and it never works. It doesn't work. Somehow, whatever word you use in American, Australian, French, German, I don't care. Horses go, I don't know what that means, I just know that I'm terrified. So there's only one way for a horse to get rid of adrenaline, and that is to run it off. Because in the wild, that's what happens. They all go, something's there, don't know what it is, a lion, but it's dangerous, and they all take off, and they run until the adrenaline drops in their body. Then they reassess the situation. So we're going to do this right now. So Emily, I want you to speed her up for one lap, like get her galloping. And in your mindset, you're going, you better run, you better run. Okay, now the tail is up and the head is up. So she speeds her up for one lap and then leaves her alone for 3 laps. So we're going to count how many laps. There's 1 it takes for the horse to want to come in. She's already doing it. Here's 2. And Emily, you're going to do nothing. When she wants to come in, just do nothing. And if she doesn't do it after lap 3, oh, there it is. Aww. Give her a hand. Woo. So like I said, she's not very severe on this, but I'm telling you, I've taken some horses that are so wigged out and scared, and instead of saying, quit it, stop it, whoa, calm down, we say, yeah, you're scared, come on, you better run, in this little circle. And you say, you better run, you better run, you better run, and you do it for 1 full lap, and then you count for 3 laps. And if they haven't made a change, you do it again, 1 full lap, and then count for 3 laps. And pretty soon the horse goes, I don't know why, but I don't feel like running anymore. Because the adrenaline goes out of their system. The more you try and hold them and stop them, actually the more the adrenaline builds, because now they feel trapped. And prey animals hate to feel trapped. So in the beginning, if you've got a horse that's pretty high-wired like this, you do it every time they get on adrenaline. It won't be long before they get on adrenaline and you say, you better run. They go, no, actually, I'm fine. And they start to override their whole adrenaline process and go, you know what? If you're calm, I'll be calm. So literally what happens is that the adrenaline goes away and they start looking towards you instead of the barn, instead of the other horses, and they go, you're my safety. As a leader, you helped me to feel better and get rid of the adrenaline. Right? I mean, there's no point doing it again because she's going to come back to you like that, right? But if you have a horse that gets on adrenaline, don't ignore it and don't trap him. Run it off. And some people go, well, can you do this riding? I wouldn't recommend it. Do it on the ground. That's the best place to fix all of your problems. Good job, Emily. Give her a hand. Now let's look at the other extrovert. This is the left brain extrovert. And left brain extroverts, if they were wearing a t-shirt, number 1, it would say, you're not the boss of me. And the other side of the t-shirt would say, play with me. And where left brain extroverts can have trouble is when we're too much of a disciplinarian. When we say, you've got to do it this way, you have to be calm, you have to be regular, you must, we put all these rules on them, and then they start to fight you. That lovely exuberance and naughtiness, which is more of a fun-loving approach that these horses have, can actually turn the opposite, and they start bucking, jumping in the air, trying to drag you across the field or around the arena, because we're just too boring. So we got to go, why would a horse like this want to be with us? And even more so, why would he want to circle? Because for left brain extroverts, left brain horses in general, circling is like a pit. So we got to get them to where they're in the mood to circle. So Marion, off in a circle, and I want you to, because like thinking about an extrovert, and he's a quite high-spirited horse, I want you to kind of be playful with him, right? And as you back him up, be playful and then send it. So these horses, go ahead, these horses like to move, but usually not in the direction you want them to move. So instead of going forward, they tend to want to go up. And they can get quite spectacular, jumping up in the air and doing all those kinds of things. And again, if you try and stop and say, quit it, quit it, quit it, those horses get worse if they start to fight you. So here's how to make it. And of course, you know, Marion's also done a lot of training with this horse, but he used to be quite the devil. And so now, and you can see it a little bit, like he looks around and he's got this cheeky look on his face, see him? He's getting a little faster. So when he gets faster like that, instead of saying, whoa, encourage it. So she's going to just like put a little energy behind him, just with your stick, Marion. Just a little energy behind him and say, good, you should canter. Now, do you see him kind of shaking his head a little bit? That's naughtiness. That's dominance. That's dominant behavior when horses do that. So now let's do a change of direction. See the head? Now, when he's all cross-firing like that, don't worry about it. Say, you messed up your legs, you've got to deal with it. You don't want to micromanage the horse the whole time. So now, most people can't get this nice circle with the left-brain extrovert. So here's what you need to do. You need to change it up a lot. So Marion, let's do this. Bring him back. Woo! These horses are so expressive. They're like born to perform. Left-brain extroverts. They're just born for center stage. All right, so Marion, now we're going to make it really playful. Let's pretend that he's naughty like he used to be. And you're going to ask him to go, and about 1.5 circles later, you're going to surprise him and say, oh, let's run and put your nose on something. What have we got around here? Put his nose on the fence over there, you know, those speakers, right? And then after that, and this is where you have to have a plan, you have to be at least 3 moves ahead of this horse. Because they're usually at least 1 move ahead of you, if not 2, in their head. So you're going to go, okay, I'm going to put his nose on the fence over there, and then I'm going to back him down the fence, and then I'm going to do a movement we call falling leaf, and then I'm going to do 1 circle, and then I'm going to put his nose in Linda's hand. Got it? So most people go, oh my God, I'd be exhausted if I have to think about that much when I'm with a horse. Then you don't want a horse like that. Because if you're not thinking, let me tell you, they're thinking, and you're going to get into a lot of strife. All right, Marion, let's see. And she's going to really match the horse. Her energy's got to be up. She's got to have this playful mode about her. And a lot of the time with left-brain extroverts, they want to do anything except look at you. They're the ones that usually will go around the circle with their head looking out the other way, like, oh, there's my human, that's boring. But what's everything else out there? That's going to be more interesting. So here, when you get more interesting with your horse, you start to get a lot more attention from her. Look how he's looking at her. Good. And then Marion keeps smiling. She's like, she's having fun. And now she's going to do a falling leaf. Which means she keeps walking and she sends him in half circles. She's going to start getting a lot of attention from him. See how he watches her? And now he's going, man, this is fun. And then she's going to send him to me and put his nose in my hand. So now she's got to be really particular. She doesn't want to run me over.